Hi, everyone. This video is to walk you through the steps for the Eval process. I know a lot of you have been through it. Some of you, this may be new for you. So instead of sending you a big, long email, I figured I would just make a video recording of what the process should be like. Some of you have emailed me asking about due dates and things. And so, to be honest, it hasn't really been on my radar with MCAS, but now that we're kind of getting through that, that is our next step. So first of all, if you are a 2-year educator and you're in year 1, meaning this will be your formative year, we don't need to meet. All I'm going to ask you to do is give me your evidence towards your goals, and I'll complete your formative assessment. Though if you'd like to meet with me, that's totally fine. I'm just wondering about timelines and if we can make that happen because I have a lot of them to do. If you are in your summative year, 2-year people, I would like to meet with you to look over your evidence and progress towards your goals, and then I'll write your summative evaluation. 1-year people, you're going to meet with me, or if you're in a 1-year plan, you're going to meet with me to look over your summative evaluation evidence and progress towards your goals. So I am now going to show you how to collect your evidence and what kind of the expectations are for you. So let's go to that. What I'd like to go through now is the evidence collection piece of the process. So this is the evidence collection tool that you're going to use. Basically, you're going to get an email from me telling you where you are in the cycle, and it's going to come with an attachment that has this document. You're not going to be able to edit it. You're going to have to make a copy of it, put it in your Google Drive, and then you can edit it from there. So you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to Make a Copy. It's going to put it in your Google Drive, and I would suggest you putting it in the shared folder that you and I have with all of your evidence there. Keep it there, and then we'll take a look at it from there. If you are in a 2-year cycle and you're in year 1 of that cycle, this is your formative year. So I don't need a whole lot of evidence. I just would like to see the evidence you've collected towards your student learning goal and your professional progress goal, professional learning goal. Most of you did literacy and reading. So student learning goal, what evidence do you have that your students met or did not meet that goal? And professional practice, did you meet your goal? Show me some evidence. There's no number of evidence pieces that I need to see. Just give me a few or whatever you think is sufficient. You're going to put the link in here in the URL. So you go to insert link, give me permission to see those things so that when I click on it, it allows me to look at it. Rationale, a couple sentences of why you put it in. Don't write me a book, just a couple things. If you are in year 2 of a 2-year cycle, or you are in a 1-year cycle, new teachers, this is you, you're going to give me more than that. You are going to give me evidence towards your student learning and professional practice goal. You're also going to be giving me evidence towards the 4 standards that are in the professional practice rubric. So there's 4 standards. You need to put in here 3 to 4 pieces of evidence for each standard. So I'll just walk you through that. So standard 1 are these orange. And if you put your cursor over them, it actually tells you what each element is and what proficient looks like. So 3 to 4 pieces for this standard. If you move over, the purple is standard 2, and these are the elements. 3 to 4 pieces for that. Standard 3 is family and parent communication and engagement. So you have 3 to 4 pieces of ways that you do that. And then 4 is professional practice. 3 to 4 pieces of that. You put in the evidence, in the rationale why you put it, and then you check off what elements you think this covers. And the common question that I get is, can things count as progress towards my goals and the 4 standards? And my answer to that is yes. So you may not have 4 for standard 1, 4 for 2. If you have something, and I would actually prefer you to pick things, your student learning goal and your professional practice goal should also cover one or more of the 4 standards. So there's really not I want these things to work together, and I want you to pick evidence that really matters to you, not just about the 3 to 4 standards and the coverage. So I really want you to think about things that you're doing in your practice. You're not creating things for this. There's no right or wrong. Pick things that matter to you and that you feel represent the progress that you've made in the course of your cycle. So let's say you have a student learning goal around literacy. So you have some evidence around your STAR data, which supports your student learning goal. Your professional practice, you'll have some things that you did in the PD with Kurt Bates. And then those things also count towards the 4 standards. So maybe it's something around meeting diverse needs, or something like that. Count things as much as you can. And the last thing I should say is, a lot of you, when you met with me, you thought you had to have everything checked off. You do not. For standard 1, our focus has been well-structured lessons. So you'll want to think about that. And that's one of our priorities, and student engagement in standard 2. So if you pick some things in there, great. But again, I'm not checking to see that you have everything boxed off. In fact, you shouldn't, because there's way too much there. I want you to pick evidence that really reflects what you've been doing in your professional practice, and what you've really been working towards in your work. So you put in the URLs, the rationale, and you have it all ready. Again, if you're in year 1 of a 2-year, you just tell me it's done. Share with me the document. I'll look at it. I'll write up your formative. If I have questions, I'll come see you. Again, there's no right or wrong. If you are a 1-year educator or in year 2, when you have all of your evidence there, you're going to schedule a meeting with Sherry, about 30 minutes. Just see her, say, I'd like to meet. And then we'll look over your evidence. We'll talk about your practice, what I've seen, what you're seeing, or what you're feeling like you need support in, or what you're doing well, or what your challenges are. And then I write the summative evaluation. When you get your summative evaluation, you just type that you've read it, seen it, that you've received it, and then we move on from there. So that is the evidence collection tool. Keep it very simple. I don't want more than 12 pieces of evidence total if you are meeting with me. And I want all of these things to work together. So I really want to hear, when I meet with you, why you chose it and why it shows, the work that you've been doing since you started this cycle. I hope that's helpful to you, and I hope that kind of describes what I'm looking for you to do. If you have any questions, please see me, but hopefully that's helpful.